If you are watching this video from your phone, laptop, or any electronic for that matter, chances are it is powered by minerals that have been mined by a child slave, by hand, and whose mother has probably been sexually abused more than once, and his father has been murdered in mass killings. Oh, and it gets uglier than that, my friends. The country we're talking about is so rich with minerals, it literally powers the whole world in unimaginable ways. This country is the Democratic Republic of Congo, which has been dubbed the real Wakanda. In fact, Congo is the world's richest country in minerals, but yet it has one of the lowest GDP per capita. For centuries, the Congo has been a source of great wealth and opportunity for those who have been able to exploit its natural resources. But for the people of Congo, the story has often been one of exploitation, conflict, and death. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the horrifying history of resource exploitation in the Congo and the ongoing genocide that is crippling the country today. This video took super long to make, and the research was just shocking. It's really sad that the world knows so little about what is happening in the Congo, but thanks to our Patreons, we can dive into what the world hides from us. YouTube will definitely demonetize this video, so here goes nothing. For the purpose of this video, I will be identifying the Democratic Republic of Congo as Congo. The history of resource exploitation in the Congo stretches back to the days of European colonialism. In the late 19th century, King Leopold II of Belgium claimed the Congo as his personal property and set about extracting its first wealth of natural resources, including rubber, ivory, and minerals. To do this, he relied on a system of forced labor in which millions of Congolese people were forced to work under brutal conditions. This included many women and even children. When the slaves failed to perform, they would usually get their arms chopped off by Belgians. Here is a picture of a Congolese man staring at the amputated limbs of his 5-year-old daughter. And because that didn't seem quite cruel enough, they cannibalized both his daughter and his wife and presented him with the tokens, the leftovers of the once living daughter. All this because he didn't meet his rubber quota. King Leopold would even hunt human beings for sport. About 15 million men, women, and children died during his reign, which was about half the population at the time. To put it into perspective, the Nazis murdered 6 million Jews, but yet we never get to hear about this. After independence in 1960, the Congo faced a series of political and economic challenges, including years of civil war and economic instability. But throughout this time, the country's natural resources continued to be a source of attraction for foreign powers and corporations. Even after independence, the first Prime Minister of DRC, Patrice Lumumba, was killed in a coup orchestrated by the CIA in 1961, as he was a threat to Western interests. His body was dismembered and dissolved in acid, and all that was left of him was a golden tooth, which was taken as a souvenir by the Belgians. He was then replaced by a dictator named Joseph Mobutu, who plunged the country into multiple civil wars and amassed a wealth that was almost twice the size of the country's debt. More recently, the exploitation of the Congo's mineral resources has been a major source of conflict and death in the region. Let me clearly elaborate how important Congo is to the world. Congo produces 64% of the world's coltan, a precious mineral that is used in all modern-day electronics, missiles, jet engines, and is essential in aerospace and military equipment. Congo also produces 70% of the world's cobalt, which is in every single lithium-ion rechargeable battery made today. The Congo has more of these two minerals than the rest of the planet combined. Congo also has some of the largest supplies of copper, zinc, tin, tungsten, tantalum, gold, platinum, silver, uranium, and diamonds, just to name a few. The soil in the Congo is so valuable that some Chinese road building companies take the soil back to China that they excavated during building roads.
The cobalt that's being mined in the Congo is in every single lithium-ion rechargeable battery manufactured in the world today. Every smartphone, every tablet, every laptop, and crucially, every electric vehicle. So you and I, we can't function on a day-to-day basis without cobalt and 3/4 of the supply is coming out of the Congo. And it's being mined in appalling, heart-wrenching, dangerous conditions.
The insane demand for these minerals has led to the exploitation of Congolese miners, who are often forced to work in hazardous conditions for little pay. They literally have children mining for cobalt with their bare hands. This exploitation has had a devastating impact on the people of the Congo. In addition to the human rights abuses and exploitation of workers, the illegal exploitation of the Congo's resources has also contributed to conflict and instability in the region. The illegal trade in minerals has been used to fund armed groups, leading to violence and human rights abuses. In fact, most of these armed rebel groups are funded and trained by foreign governments so as to protect their interests in the minerals. How they go about protecting those interests is simply evil.
The global economy has been built on the sacrifice of certain people and places. And one of these places that's one of the primary sacrifice zones for the global economy is the Eastern Congo.
At one point, Congolese people burned UN vehicles as they believed the UN was helping in transporting rebels through conflict areas. Studies show that 12% of the women population in Congo has been raped at least once, and 48 women are raped every hour in the Congo. The UN has called the country the center of rape as a weapon of war, and commentators have also described Congo as the worst place on earth to be a woman or a child. Since 1996, over 6 million people have died, most of which are children. Throughout the known history of slavery and mankind, there has never been such a level of suffering that has generated immense and instantaneous profits than what is happening in the Congo over the last century, and we are all directly involved in it. Every single electronic in the world uses minerals from the Congo, and it is mined in such appalling conditions that I would not wish on any man, and let alone a child. The sad part is that this has been a norm for the Congolese people ever since King Leopold took charge. While the tech companies are valued at trillions of dollars, the miners live off of $2 a day, and this is not an exaggeration in any way. As we transition into the world of electric cars, this may seem as great news to the Western world, but not to the miners in Congo. I'm hoping that the world would acknowledge these atrocities and implement some change, but history has shown us otherwise. Thank you for watching.